sunshine. You are my sun. Red light.
Hey there friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin. This is my official 2024 video. Happy New Year. Pew, 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 pew. All that good stuff, right? I'm so corny. I just wanted to come on here and share my thoughts on the new year, how I'm planning for it or not so much in a way, how I don't know, just wanted to share all the things when it comes to the new year, and I just figured let's just compile it into a video and see how this comes out. So I'm gonna be using my phone, and by the way, I'm filming on my new camera. My husband got me a camera for Christmas, so here we are. Let me know how we're looking. I'm not with Metro anymore. I made myself a little checklist of notes to kind of stay on track. Excuse me if I look down a couple times. But yeah, so let's just start with the fact that I am taking things very slow this year. And I think that last year is when I really adopted the idea of not rushing into all the new year things. I just want you to know, because I have come to that realization that we do not have to rush to get the year started. You don't have to rush and buy your planners. I know everybody is creating their vision boards and prayer boards and mood boards and doing whatever else, running to get their gym memberships, starting new diets, fasting, the list goes on, right? Once January 1st hits, when that clock strikes 12, oh my gosh, new year, new me, right? It doesn't have to be that for you. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm behind, I am not doing enough right now, yada, yada, yada. Don't feel like that. Please don't. Please don't. Take your time and do what's best for you. That's what I'm doing. So last year, I randomly did it without a real intention, but I think I have more intention this year. I took off from work the entire first week of the year. So I did it again this year. And when I tell you, chef's kiss, like, I'm gonna do it every year. I'm gonna do it every time. And I may even this year coming up, but we've got all the things happening at the end of the year. And so I just feel like it's best to have a nice little reset where I do absolutely nothing. I took off from work, I read books, I colored, I spent time with my husband and my children, my in-laws, took lots of naps. I barely cleaned, like I literally just rested. I rested. It felt good, it really felt good. So when I finally went back to work, it was like, okay, I can do this. Like I wasn't stressed, I wasn't burnt out, I wasn't overwhelmed. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to do so, please do it. Please do it. Take your time, ease into the year. You don't have to have your life all together when the clock strikes 12. A lot of us are so, and I'm one of the people, I'm one of them. But I used to host vision board parties. I remember having like a virtual vision board party on Zoom. I remember, you know, just going all out every single year and getting all of my supplies, my poster boards and all this stuff, and having my word of the year. What else did I do? You know, buying the fresh planner. Don't get me wrong, I have some planners that I would like to share with you, but still, I made it like this race to the clock to get all these things and do all these things. Still, that was old Erin. And I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, I've matured a lot. My life is my life. And if anything, I wanna be on God's time, not the world's time. That's great and that's wonderful for you if that's what you're doing, but it's just not for me. I'm going to ease into the year. I'm gonna take my time with everything. I believe my word of the year last year was ease, to be honest. And that's what I did. You know, because every other year I would put pressure on myself for my business. You know, I did a lot of freelance writing and side hustles, and I had products that I launched back in 2022, and I had all these different things and these ideas, and I was just going left and right, just trying to spit stuff out to keep up with everyone else. And it's not about this rat race. I don't want the hustle or the bustle. You can keep that. So yeah, I'm just in this place where I'm taking my time and I really just want to pace myself. Number one is doing things with God. And that's something that I recorded a podcast last year, never did publish it. Podcast is on hiatus, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. But one thing that I did record was that I want to do life with God. I want to do my business with God. I want and give God everything. It's my business, it's his business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just be running a race just because everyone else is doing it. Just because there's another writer, creator out there doing something who's published a book or, you know, made some kind of a workshop or is hosting an event, it doesn't mean that I have to do that. I want to do everything in God's timing, and I want it to align with his will for my life and my creative things. And I just don't want to overwhelm myself. That's something that I've dealt with for a very long time, is overwhelming myself, doing the most, doing too much, and then being upset that I have so many things to do, or things are not getting done, or I'm tired, or I'm stressed. And like, girl, you do that to yourself. We're not doing that this year. So yeah, I really just wanted to get to a place where I'm creating my goals with God. So that's one thing. And just doing everything with his confirmation. And I'm sure I'm not the only person, but there are times when we go ahead and do things without really, number one, thinking it out, but also without talking it out with God. There were times when I would be like, I would wake up and be like, oh, that's a great business idea, and just run with it and post it and put it out there. But I didn't take the time to really think about anything, to create a process, to really pray about it, to wait on an answer from him, a confirmation from him. I didn't do any of those things. And so I really wanna slow down, take a step back, and have that kind of relationship with Christ where I'm just walking side by side. I'm including him in everything that I do, and everything that is done, everything that's published, that's posted, that's shared, and even the things that aren't, the things that I do privately, are all done with intention because I did them with God. When it comes to Bible reading, I want to make a note that my goal this year is not to read the Bible in a year. I think that's another area in life where everybody kind of resets and restarts, and they have the same goal of reading the Bible in a year. Every day you read a chapter in the Bible, or however much, so that by the end of the year you've completed the entire Bible. I used to try to do that. I have yet to finish the entire Bible. I haven't. But for me, for my personal faith goal, I don't want to read the Bible in a year. It is not a race. And I think that's something that I've brought up in other like reading videos, and even in my Christian book haul that I did not long ago. I just talked about taking my time and really soaking up the word. And that's with any book that I read. And so when it comes to the Bible, I want to take my time, whether it's me reading a couple of scriptures, whether I am reading the entire chapter, whatever it is, and just focus on that piece that I'm reading. And sometimes for me during my Bible study, it can take a long time. Checking in my study Bible, I'm researching certain things, I'm asking questions, I'm journaling, I'm really like sitting and soaking in that word. I'm not racing to finish. It's not a checkbox that I'm trying to check every single day. And so sometimes I might take the entire week to just sit in this one chapter because it was just so plentiful. It just really fed me, and I was full on that one chapter, and I want to keep, you know, soaking it up and not necessarily tearing it apart, but really diving into that. What does this mean? Why did they say that? Why did this happen? Well, why did he think this way? Why did this occur? You know, I'm asking myself all these questions. I'm writing my notes, I'm doing my research. Maybe I'm stumbling across a devotional that kind of aligns with what I'm reading. So I really take my time with my word, and that's where I am right now. That's where I am. I do want to record kind of a how I study the Bible video. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. I'll probably still, record it anyway, but let me know if you'd be interested in stuff like that. So yeah, that is my reading goal there. And just continuing to just include Christ in all that I do. Establish not necessarily the set in stone routine that I do every single morning. Sometimes all you have is this pocket of time here and there throughout your day, but just including him and thinking of him first, thinking of his word first, before we pick up our phones and scroll or do anything else really, you know, whether it's the music that I listen to when I put my headphones on, or if I'm maybe listening to a a sermon instead of listening to music. You know, taking time to really pray more, pray continually throughout the day, include him, have conversation, because that's all prayer really is, but having conversation with Christ and just walking with him side by side and just having that really tight-knit relationship. I know I need to work on that. And you know, every day is a new day, and it's a chance for us to start over if we're blessed to see it. And so yes, I may not have read my Bible yesterday, maybe I didn't pray as much as I wanted to, but today's another day and the following day, right? So that's where I'm with that. Yeah, so moving on, I also, since I mentioned scrolling, I created a video probably back in November talking about social media and me taking breaks. And so I do want to update y'all that the last, actually probably since that video, I've tried my best, and I think I've done pretty well to log off and delete the Instagram app. That's where a lot of my time can get spent and wasted, is on Instagram. So I will delete the app during the work week. And then I give myself time to, like, you know, check in and see what people are doing over the weekend. Pretty much Sunday nights or maybe Monday morning, I will remove the app from my phone, because I've tried just moving it over to the home screen. Doesn't work. I do that, and then either like Friday evening or Saturday morning-ish, I will add it back if I want to. It's not a necessity for me. I also find that even on the weekend sometimes, if I'm too distracted, maybe I planned on cleaning up or running errands or I don't know, doing anything else, even reading a book, and I find that I'm just scrolling, and it's been like 2 hours and I'm just still in bed scrolling. It's like, okay, actually, let me go ahead and remove the app. Well, sometimes being on social media for a long period of time can kind of make me feel kind of iffy. I don't know how to explain it, but it just doesn't feel good to me. I start to feel down, maybe sad sometimes, depending on what I've seen. Maybe sometimes I have to kind of check myself, and I'm like, why do I feel like I need to buy all these things all of a sudden? You know, you start to compare yourself to other people and their lives and what they're doing, what they're sharing. That's where I'm at with social media. I'm really trying to be adamant and intentional about being more present in my life, in my family's life, being more present in my word, in my prayer life, reading more this year, just doing things that bring me joy, finding like cozy hobbies, yeah, just doing anything else but scrolling on social media. There's so many things we can do. Okay, also I wanted to talk about just having more self-care moments. And so just really taking care of myself, taking care of my body, my mind, my spirit, and just doing things that bring me joy and that help to decompress, you know, right after work maybe, or just get my mind out of a rut. I love to do my nails. I've been trying to keep my nails up. So like I did my nails today, making sure that my hair is done, whether I do it myself or I'm going to get my hair done. Like these are things that I know, like on the outside anyway, it makes me feel good. I know when my hair is done and my nails are done, I just feel like 100%. I feel like I can do so much more. I just feel good about myself. I don't care who you are, how old you are. As a woman, getting your hair done and your nails done, it just does something for you, you know? And so even if it's just popping on some press-ons real quick, you know, or washing your hair, you know, and a lot of us struggle with, you know, depression, seasonal depression right now. It's dark, it's gloomy, but just ensuring that we're just taking care of ourselves, because we can let it go, because we're giving and giving and giving to so many other people, you know, our jobs, spouse, friends, family, children, to where we have nothing left. So just really putting myself first, because I know if I don't do that, if I don't take care of me, I can't help anybody else. Also, I've been coloring lately in my adult coloring book. One sec. So I ordered this coloring book last year. What? December, November, but it's Coloring with CoCo, and I forget her name on Instagram, but that's where I found her. Black woman, she makes her own coloring books, and she does videos of her coloring in her coloring books. Usually I do find my coloring books on Amazon, or I might randomly grab one at like Target or Walmart or something like that. So yeah, this is the most recent one, and I will show you my recent creation. This is what that looks like. I should go back and color the background, but I took my time and just listened to some music and just colored away, and it was just so relaxing, peaceful. Recently, well, today, we just went to Five Below and we also went to Target, and I was like, let me look for other little things that I can do. So this one is, it says make your own succulents. It's an air drying clay. And this is what it looks like. And y'all, if you know anything about me, you know my favorite color is green and I love plants. So I'm really excited to do this. The next thing at Five Below was this, it says make your own mosaic cactus. What? How cute is this? I'll show you what that looks like. So there's that. And then the last thing, I've been wanting to do paint by numbers for a while. So I was looking in Target and they actually had one, and I got one for my daughter too. Yeah, paint by numbers canvas board kit. It includes paints and brushes and the canvases. So this is what that looks like. And of course we got plants and flowers in here. So, and this one was $10 at Target. You know, throughout the week or on the weekend, if I decide to, you know, just take some time for myself, I can throw on my headphones and listen to whatever, audiobook, podcast, a sermon, music, and just zone out and create one of these projects. So, and I think they're just small enough to kind of put on my desk as decoration. So I'm looking forward to that. You see my little plants back here. So yeah, just doing stuff like that that just relaxes me and brings myself joy. That's what I'm gonna be doing this year. Really just finding fun things to do. I do crochet here and there. I'm still learning, you know, how to, you know, get down the technique. I picked up crocheting last year. Actually no, year before that. So yeah, I have tons of yarn and my crochet hooks. So maybe I'll make a hat here and there or a scarf or something like that. So just really into doing these small little things that don't really take much thought, that I can just do, and you know, and I'm not scrolling. Okay, really quickly, I do want to talk about health goals. I'm very comfortable with my body, number one, but one thing I do want to work on, because I work from home, I need to work on moving my body. So I'm really not trying to focus on numbers, like how much weight I lost, how much I weighing myself every week. Even when it comes to like wearing my Apple Watch, I don't want to wear it all the time, and I know that one thing I used to do is really depend on my Apple Watch. Like if I wasn't wearing it and I was moving my body, that workout didn't count. If I didn't post about it, the workout didn't count. So just really moving my body intentionally and moving it because I'm moving it, and not just because I want to close rings or hit a 10K step goal, but just to naturally move my body, take more walks, use my walking pad more often. It's right here collecting dust. Really just move. We've got a gym we have access to here at our apartment complex. So really just walking over there and using it. Using my standing desk, which I'm sitting at right now. I have a whole, like I have so many things available right here at home that I have no excuse to not move my body. Even if it's taking breaks more often, to walk around the house and come on back. Not just sitting here like a hunchback working my life away for 8 hours out the day. But I just want to make it a natural thing that I just do on a daily basis because I like to do it. It's a part of my daily life. So yeah, not just because it's the new year and it's time to lose weight. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do a separate video, but I'm just gonna kind of briefly talk about my reading goals. Now I will say the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, I've kind of been in a reading slump. I finished What If I Love You? That was a really good book. Another good book that I enjoyed at the end of the year was Faking Christmas. And Mamie was such a good book. So I don't know, I've just been in this place where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to read. I'm not into like just racing to finish books and hit this really high goal. My goal is about 50 books this year because I know I hit about 21 books last year, and that really started in the summer with me reading, like consistently reading and like scrolling less. So if by starting a new year, I figure 50 is a good spot to hit. But even if I don't hit that goal, I'm fine with that. It's totally okay. I'm also not in a place where I'm trying to rush to read to create content. I'm not going to rush to finish books that I don't like. If I don't like a book, I'm going to move on and start another one. we're gonna leave it where it's at. We're gonna put it in the graveyard, RIP, but I'm not gonna finish the book. Currently, I'm reading, which I just started. I'm only in like the second chapter of this one, but it's a Frida McFadden book. It's called Want to Know a Secret, and I'm reading this on my Kindle. This one is actually just about a YouTuber who bakes on her channel, and her son goes missing in the beginning. I believe he comes back, but she's got some secrets from her past, and that's pretty much all I know. That's not the greatest synopsis, but that's basically what it is, and we're trying to figure out what the secrets are. So I'm at the part where she can't find him in the house, but she's a really huge YouTuber that does a lot of baking. So sometimes with Frida's books, they kind of start off kind of slow, and so that's where I'm at. I'm not really in a rush to finish this one because I'm like, meh. But like towards the middle of her books, or like towards the very end, is when it's like fast paced and it's like, ooh, I gotta finish this. So that's where I am with that one. I'm also buddy reading with my best friend. We're reading Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. And our goal for the month of January was to read 4 chapters. I am in chapter 3 now. And I'm just realizing that I should probably start reading, well, finish chapter 3 and get into 4 before the end of the month. But we're slowly reading this one. So yeah, I'll share my thoughts whenever we finish that. Everybody has raved about this book. It's been on, I think, Amazon and Barnes & Noble's like best book list or something like that. Oh yeah, Barnes & Noble Book of the Year. So yeah, that's what I'm reading. I'm also reading, which I read the cover of this one in my November TBR haul. I got this book from Target last November. It's called The Other Year. And I don't know why I'm not pulling my stickers off, but I should really do that. So with this book, I'm in chapter, well, the chapters are kind of weird. So the storyline, there's 2 storylines happening at the same time. And it's about a single mother who's recently divorced, and she takes her daughter on a 2-week vacation, and they go to the beach. And in one, I guess, kind of alternate universe of this story, her daughter ends up drowning in the water. And the other alternate version is she doesn't. She couldn't find her for a minute. She finds her, she takes her home. So every other chapter is the alternate story, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm only in chapter 2, but technically it's chapter 4, if that makes sense. So I'm slowly reading this one. I've really been just doing a lot of slow reading lately. I would say this is very good so far. There are moments where she's kind of like over discussing and describing the past, and it's like, okay, but what happened to, like, I want to know what's happening right now. So that's been pretty good. I would like to finish that soon. So yeah, I've been reading a lot of different books in tandem, so it kind of just depends on what mood I'm in. Also, I wanted to share just a few books that I did buy recently. This one is called Where the Line Bleeds. This one says Joshua and Christoph are twins raised by their blind grandmother in rural Bois Sauvage on Mississippi's Gulf Coast. Over the course of a single life-changing summer, as they struggle to find work and contend with the reappearance of their parents, Chili, who left town for a better job, and Sandman, a dangerous addict, the brothers are forced into a series of decisions that will ultimately damn or save them both. A delicate and closely observed portrait of fraternal love and strife, and the bonds that can sustain or torment us. This book is called Luckiest Girl Alive. I recently got this from Target a few days ago. My daughter picked this out for me. So it says, as a teenager at the prestigious Bradley School, Annie Finelli endured a shocking public humiliation that left her desperate to reinvent herself. Now with a glamorous job, expensive wardrobe, and handsome blue blood fiance, she's this close to living the perfect life she's worked so hard to achieve. But Annie has a secret. There's something else buried in her past, something painful and private that threatens to bubble to the surface and ruin everything. With a singular voice and twist you won't see coming, Luckiest Girl Alive introduces a heroine whose cutthroat ambition has protected a scandalous truth and a heart that's much bigger than it appears. The question remains, will breaking her silence destroy all that she has worked for, or will it, at long last, set Annie free? So, and this also says that it's a Netflix film. So I haven't watched the film yet. So maybe after I finish the book, I'll watch the movie. And lastly, I have Their Vicious Games. And I actually got this after seeing on I'll have to put her name here, Shaughnessy. She's on YouTube. She actually did like a book haul and suggested this book. So I grabbed it when I saw it at Target. Love the cover. So you must work twice as hard to get half as much. Adina Walker has known this the entire time she's been on scholarship at the prestigious Edgewater Academy, a school for the uber rich and mostly white New England upper class. It's why she works so hard to be perfect, above reproach, no matter what she has to force under the surface. Even one slip can cost her everything, and it does. One fight, one moment of lost control leaves Adina blacklisted from her top choice Ivy League college and any other. Her only chance to regain the future she's sacrificed everything for is the finish. A high-stakes contest sponsored by Edgewater's founding family in which 12 young, ambitious women with exceptional promise are selected to compete in 3 mysterious events: the Ride, the Raid, and the Royal. The winner will be granted entry into the fold of the Remington family, whose wealth and power can open any door. But when she arrives at the finish, Adina gets the feeling that something isn't quite right with both the Remingtons and her competition. And soon it becomes clear that this larger-than-life prize can only come at an even greater cost, because the finish's stakes aren't just make or break, they're life and death. Adina knows the deck is stacked against her. It always has been, but maybe the only way to survive their vicious games is for her to change the rules. I might have to hop in this one. So I've heard that it's supposed to be similar to like the Squid Games show that was kind of popular not long ago, but I will come back and let y'all know about these books as I read them and finish them. I meant to do a kind of like November, December book review, like what I read these months and how I felt about those books. I may still do that. I know we're already like ending January, so that's something that I may do. Let me know if you're interested. I finished The Inmate this month, and I finished Sula by Toni Morrison, and The Inmate was by Frida McFadden. So yeah, that's 2 books this month, and my goal was to try to read a book a month. I mean, a book a week, but again, it is what it is. Whatever I finish is still an accomplishment. So, and then lastly, I wanted to show y'all my planners. Duh. So the first one is called the Self-Care Planner. This is by Simple Self. It's a daily planner. It says 6 months, but the one thing that I love about it is that it's undated, because I don't plan every single day. I'm not like a hardcore physical planner. I do a lot in my phone. I use my notes app and I use my calendar like crazy. If you want me to discuss that, I can. But so if I skip a day or a week or something, it's fine. It's totally fine. There's no dates. So yeah, I can do a little, maybe like a flip through of it. But basically, yeah, it breaks down like how much water you drink, your exercise, what did you do for self-care that day, your top goal, what are you grateful for. You got a spot for a to-do list. You can even keep track of the weather. Was it cloudy? Was it sunny? And then each month there's kind of like a recap. There's a year at a glance. You got your monthly review where it talks about your top personal accomplishments and, you know, all that good stuff. Last year I got the matcha. This year I have the olive green. So I'm excited to get this started. I think I'm gonna open it up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so I may try to use it for work. I think that I'm probably gonna stick to it being on my work calendar, work personal maybe. And then this one, my girl Jessica Lauren of the Sunday Jumpstart podcast. And also now it's Sunday Jumpstart Paper Co. Tongue-tied. She released some beautiful planners last year, and so this is one of them. This is her matcha color. Let's see if I can get it zoomed in. I hope it's showing. And this is the back. So this is her matcha, and I think the other one is like mocha or something like that. But yeah, this is a Big Goals Action Planner. It's a 12-week planner, and I believe she based this planner off of the book called The 12-Week Year. She actually has a video explaining the purpose of the planner, how to use it, all that good stuff. And she does have a digital version as well that you can use on your iPad. So yeah, I purchased this more so for like business, creative things, whether it's writing or YouTube, things like that. So that's what this is for. So same thing here. She's got my top 3 action plans, accountability plan, weekly agendas, weekly focus. She's got a ton of good stuff. Supportive tasks, end of the day reflections. I'll insert kind of a flip through of this planner as well. It's a beautiful planner, and if I can remember to do so, I will link to both of these planners. But yeah, these are gonna be my planners for the year, and I don't think hers is dated either. Let me double check. No ma'am, it's not. So, oh yeah, there's even a spot for vision board and brain dumping. So if you skip a week or whatever happens, you skip a day, it's totally fine. And with my planner, I like to, I don't know where the rest of them are, but I have these cute little highlighters that I got from Amazon. And so when I complete a task in my planner on my to-do list, I just take the highlighter and highlight it off. So, and I also use these in my Bible study. So these are wonderful on those thin pages. So yeah, I don't know if y'all want a more in-depth like review of how I do my planning things. I would love to do like a meal planning video, how I do that and organize my grocery list and create a meal plan for every week, and how I maintain my budget for groceries and all that good stuff. I would love to do a video like that. Probably still will. Yeah, so that's all I got. This is my 2024 kind of in review video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, suggestions in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting, for subscribing. If you have not already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. I appreciate you all. Have a great day.